So usually, if you're going to be bending a golf club, you need something like this, a loft lie machine. So I've gotten some questions from people. Well, do you need this big elaborate loft lie machine if you want to bend some golf clubs? So what we're going to look at today is, can I bend golf clubs using this and this? Let's go. Hi everyone, welcome to the Mobile Clubmaker. I'm AJ, I hope you're having a wonderful day. So today we are going to see if we can do sort of a workaround to the loft lie machine using a mallet, my smartphone, and a vise. Obviously something like this is not cheap. I think something along this lines, this quality is going to run you at least $700-800 for a machine like this. So we're going to see if we can kind of do a little cheat here, a little shortcut, and using some very inexpensive stuff, see if we can, one, adjust a golf club, two, see if we can adjust it accurately, and three, see if we can not damage it in the process. Okay, so here's the plan today. I've got this wedge. This is a very old Hogan wedge, not an expensive club, at least 20 years old. I have messed around with it a lot just working and practicing my wedge stamping on it, so really doesn't matter if it gets messed up. I'm going to put it on the machine, we're going to measure it, and then we're going to set it to 56 degrees, but we're going to set the lie angle down to about 62 degrees, so a good 2 degrees off of where it's supposed to be. Then we're going to go over and using the mallet and my smartphone, we're going to see if we can bend it back, get it back to that 64 degree lie angle while still keeping 56 degrees of loft. We'll go get it as close as we can with the mallet, then bring it back over here, check it, see how we did. Okay, so I picked changing the lie angle on this club because I felt like that was going to be my best chance of this process actually working. So this is sort of more really proof of concept than it is a practical application in this case. Maybe it'll work great and I could go other directions, but I felt like the easiest way to do it would be to bend the golf club where the hosel is basically going up like this more, so I can lock it into the vise, hit on it down this way, and hopefully make the lie more upright, increase that lie angle. That's my thought. Let's see what happens. I've got my vise set up. I've got vise pads on here, so I'm just going to clamp it right onto the head here. I'm also going to use a block of wood because I don't want to just bang on the hosel here using my mallet because I will scar and scuff and dent and ding and do everything horrible to this nice, basically still clean section of hosel. So I want to try and protect that. So we're going to put a piece of wood here. We're going to bang the wood against the actual hosel, see what kind of adjustment we can make. Okay, I got this in here good and tight. I'm also going to make sure I go ahead and just wear some safety glasses because who knows what's going to happen. Okay, 3-pound mallet, little piece of scrap block of wood that we're going to use to hit on it. And we're basically just going to see if we can adjust it about 2 degrees. Hopefully you've seen my earlier video about using your smartphone, in this case my iPhone, to measure golf clubs, both for length and for lie and loft. So we're going to take the phone, utilizing the measuring tool, the angle finder, put it up on this golf club, and see what we get. Okay, it doesn't look like we've actually moved it, at least according to this. So we're going to bang on it a few more times, see if we get any movement. Okay, so I've banged on this thing a good amount, and I wasn't seeing any real change using the smartphone measurement device. I went, put it back on the loft lie machine, didn't see any change. The lie angle, still 62 degrees. So the mallet method, maybe not working so well. But what happens if I just take and exchange the mallet for my bending bar? Still use the vise, still use my phone, and just use the bending bar and see if I can get the bend into it that way without the whole loft lie machine. Maybe. Okay, so good news, the bending bar, once I got the vise adjusted a little bit, had to take the vise pads off altogether and basically just put a bunch of masking tape down to try and protect the head a little bit when I was wrenching on it. But we went ahead with that method, and I actually got it. It is now sitting at like about 67, 68 degrees. So we're going to bend it back just a little bit, see if we can hit that sweet spot right back at 64 and still keep that 56-degree loft. When we measured it over there, it was about 64 degrees on the lie angle and about 54 degrees on the loft. So let's see what it says on the actual loft lie machine. So hopefully you can see this. The lie angle is right, basically just a shade over 64, and the loft, which I was thinking was a little bit low, actually came out on the loft lie machine right at 56 where it was supposed to be. Okay, so the biggest problem with this is I basically wrecked this golf club. It is a mess now. Both when I was using the mallet method, even having that wood block there, you can see the wood block basically cut into the hosel. It's got these big dents, these ridges in it now, which does not look great. And when I then switched over to the bending bar and took it, put it in the vise without the vise pads and just used the masking tape, well, that was pretty well useless because I've got big scrapes on the sole. I've also got big scrapes that you can feel on the face. So this club is basically ruined right now. I'm going to have to do some refinishing work to make it even playable again. So I would say doing any of this using the methods I use today is definitely not recommended. Now, if you do want to go through this process and use this sort of technique, they do sell shaft head clamps that you can clamp into a vise so that you can then bend them. You don't have to get the full size loft lie machine. You can get a very sort of compact small one that you lock into your vise, and it holds the head hopefully straight up and down, holds it steady, and doesn't damage it when you are trying to bend it. So you could get that sort of clamp and a bending bar, and then you could basically do all the adjustments you need to make. You can bend for loft and lie. You can either use your smartphone and check to see that you're doing it the right amount, or you can buy a little protractor and use that as well. Okay, so can you bend golf clubs using a mallet? No. Is it a good idea to try? No. Can you bend golf clubs just putting them in your vise and using the basically just some masking tape and using the bending bar? Yes. Is that a good idea? No. You are going to mess up a golf club very quickly. Nothing I did here today was a good idea. Don't do any of it. Do not copy me. If you try any of this, I told you it was a bad idea. Okay, if you liked this nonsense of a video, please go down below and like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell icon so you can be alerted when I post new videos. I am on Patreon now. You can find me at AJ Golf. I'm also on Instagram. You can find me at Mobile Clubmaker. Go bend some clubs. Please do it the right way. We'll see you next time. Bye.